In the last several lectures, we learned about the truth-functional connectives, conjunction and disjunction, and we learned about the truth-functional operator, negation. Now today I'd like to make a point about how these truth-functional devices, these connectives and operators, can be combined so as to create larger propositions out of smaller propositions. So consider this conjunction. For lunch, I'm going to eat this and this. That's a conjunction. It's the conjunction of the proposition that for lunch I'm going to eat this and the proposition that for lunch I'm going to eat this. Now, if we apply negation to that conjunction, what are we saying? We're saying it's not the case that for lunch I'm going to eat this and this. Now that leaves it open that maybe for lunch I'm just going to have one of these two things. Maybe just this thing, whatever that is. So if I negate a conjunction, all I'm doing is saying it's not the case that both of the two conjuncts are true. But suppose I create a disjunction out of the two propositions, that for lunch I'm going to eat this and for lunch I'm going to eat this, right? I create a disjunction as follows. I say, for lunch I'm either going to eat this or this. Now if I negate that, if I say it's not the case that for lunch I'm either going to eat this or this, then I'm saying something that rules out that I'm going to eat either of them for lunch. It's not just that I'm not going to eat both of them. I'm not going to eat either of them, right? My lunch is not going to involve this, and it's also not going to involve this. So negating a conjunction gives us a different result than negating a disjunction. And that's exactly what we should expect if we look at the truth table that results from applying negation to a conjunction and applying negation to a disjunction. Remember, when we apply negation to a conjunction, we're applying negation to a proposition that's true only when both of its two conjuncts are true. In every other scenario, it's false. So if we apply negation to that proposition, what do we get? We get a proposition that's going to be true in 3 out of 4 possible scenarios. It's going to be true whenever both of the conjuncts are false, and it's going to be true whenever either one of the conjuncts is false. The only situation in which that proposition is going to be false is when both of the conjuncts are true. But now contrast that with applying negation to a disjunction. When we apply negation to a disjunction, we're applying negation to a proposition that's true whenever either one of its disjuncts is true. So we end up getting a proposition that's false in 3 out of 4 possible scenarios. It's false so long as either one of the disjuncts is true. So applying negation to a disjunction is going to give us a different result than applying negation to a conjunction, and we can see that by looking at the truth tables for negation, disjunction, and conjunction.